welcome to Reading Room right here on Freedom Square TV. Reading Room is a 15-minute show where we help you find books to own, read, and use every day. I am Lilian EzinwaReading, and today we'll feature a fascinating guide to the English language, and that is 3,000 idioms and phrases. This book is written by Sam Phillips and published by Goodwill Publishing House. This book is a 196-page book which takes us on an alphabetical journey from A to the letter Z, exploring expressions that make English rich, lively, and powerful. But first, let's start off with what is an idiom. So if you're listening, I will tell you what an idiom is, right? An idiom is a phrase or expression with a figurative, non-literal meaning, where the meaning of the whole phrase is different from the literal meanings of its individual words. When we say non-literal meaning, what it means is that the most important aspect of an idiom is that its meaning cannot be understood by looking at the definitions of the individual words. So when you're looking at the definition, you can't get it looking at each word. No, you have to join the words together. Then when you talk about cultural significance, idioms are deeply rooted in culture and are understood by native speakers of a language. That's number two. Then when we said common usage, they are frequently used in everyday language. They are often without the speakers even realizing their words are nonsensical if taken literally. Okay? And fixed order. Idioms often consist of a group of words in a fixed order. So idioms often consist of a group of words in a fixed order. So why are idioms important? Okay? I've heard a lot of people ask, why are idioms important? Why don't I just speak normal? Okay? Idioms are important because they add vivid imagery and dynamism to everyday speech. Okay? And they also offer fascinating insight into the underlying ideas, principles, and values of a culture. Then when you talk about language evolution, idiomatic expressions contribute to the growth and evolution of a language. Idioms are actually specific to a language and its culture, and they add richness and imagery to communication, but can be challenging to translate. Idioms and phrases are the heartbeat of effective communication. What do? They add color, depth, and clarity to our speech and writing. With this book, 3,000 Idioms and Phrases, you will learn not just the meaning, right? But also how to use them correctly in sentences. And we'll give examples so that you are aware. Like I said, it will take us on an alphabetical journey. So we have idioms from the letters A, okay, down to the letter Z. Okay, so in case you buy this book, you'll find it. So we'll take a few examples, and I'll start off with one from, I think I'll take one from about 5 alphabets. I'll start off with the letter A. And in the letter A, we have an idiom, abortive effort, okay? Abortive effort means labor without success. Labor without success. So it is better, you get sentence like, it is better to be successful in one game than to make abortive effort in all games. And what is abortive effort there? What does it mean? It means you labor without success. That's from the letter A. So we'll go to the letter B. I'll take one from the letter B. And yeah, let's go to page 20. Page 20, you have a bed of roses. A lot of us are familiar with this particular idiom, a bed of roses. You hear people say life is not a bed of roses, right? What does a bed of roses mean? It means a condition of comfort or luxury. A condition of comfort or luxury. So life is not a bed of roses means life is not where you have comfort and luxury. There are times when things become so hard, you just have to adapt. So you need to have that at the back of your mind. So let's move to the letter Let's say letter H, right? I said I'm going to look at idioms from 5 letters. Letter H, let's look at hen-hearted. We've heard cold-hearted, right? This is hen-hearted. And what does hen-hearted mean? Means you're a coward. I don't mean you. I mean that's what it means. It means coward. So the hen-hearted have no place in the army. So if you are hen-hearted, of course you have no place not only in the army, I mean in any uniform office. I don't think you have a place there. So it's not meant for coward. It's not meant for people who will be in the face of war and then run away. That's what it means. So you have hen-hearted. The hen-hearted have no place in the army. So we move to another one. Let's move to the letter M. And on the letter M, we have, there's one that a lot of us are familiar with, once in a blue moon, right? Once in a blue moon means seldom, okay? Your visits to our place are once in a blue moon, seldom, that's what it means. Your visits to our place are once in a blue moon. So let's move to another letter. I will move to the letter O. Letter O, we have out and about. What does out and about mean? It means resorted to normal activity. Resorted to normal activity. And let's take an example. Let's take a sentence on that. After a long illness, my mother is at last out and about. What does it mean? She has resorted to her normal activity. The mom probably was sick from the sentence, very sick, and she couldn't do anything at that time. But now, she's up, out, and about. So what it means is she has resorted to normal activity. So that's from the letter O. We've looked at how many letters now? 4. We looked at A, we looked at B, we looked at H and O. And finally, let's go to the letter Z, the last letter in the alphabet, right? The last letter, which is letter Z. Do we have idioms there? Yes, we do. We look at to be at one's zenith. What it means is to be at the highest point of fame, glory, and wealth. To be at one's zenith means to be at the highest point of fame, glory, wealth. So let's take an example. I'll use myself as an example. Lilian is at her zenith now. Okay, so what it means is Lilian is actually at the highest point of fame, glory, and wealth. So we've looked at 5 alphabets from this book, 3,000 idioms and phrases, written by Sam Phillips, and it's published by Goodwill Publishing House. And we have this book in our store. So in case you need this book, there'll be a number that I will call out for you that you can actually call in case you want us to also set up a library, either in your school, in your office, anywhere. We're ready to help you set up a library. So what you need to do is to call this number 0803 714 5231. The number will be displayed on the screen. So in case you didn't get the number while I'm calling it out, it will be displayed on the screen. 0803 714 5231. So you can call that number or send a WhatsApp message to that number. If you would love for us to set up a library in your school, at home, in your workplace, or you would love to have a copy of this book, 3,000 Idioms and Phrases. So idioms and phrases are actually vital for learners, teachers, writers, and public speakers. And what's the reason? That's because they improve your vocabulary, they enrich your essays, and they make your speech sound natural and powerful. So if you'd love your speech to sound natural and powerful, you need to have this book, 3,000 Idioms and Phrases. Okay? So why do I need to read this book? Why should I get this book? Why is it important that I read or get this book? Like we said, Reading Room is a program where we encourage you to read and own a book. So the reason why you need to read this book is because it will help you improve your essay writing, okay, and academic writing. It will help improve essay and academic writing. So if you're in school And whether primary, secondary, or in university or postgraduate studies, you need this book, 3,000 Idioms and Phrases in your library. And that's not the only reason. Another reason is because if you would love to enhance your public speaking skills, okay, you want to improve your public speaking skills, you need this book. And I'm not just saying that you need it because I just want to talk. No, I'm saying it because I also have this book in my library and it's been very, very useful. One other reason why you need to read this book or own this book is that it could help your everyday conversation and it will make the conversation lively. So you want to have, you have conversations with people every day and you use the same set of words, but you can improve it. Let people ask, oh, wow, so what's the meaning of this, right? It gives you that pride. So everyday conversation will be lively when you have this book. And it's a great reference because, like I said, from letters A to Z, you have idioms and phrases contained in this book that you could use every day, okay? So if you're listening and you're wondering, okay, I love this book, and from what you've said, I would love to own this book. A number is displayed on the screen, right? Or let me just call out the number. You can call or WhatsApp 0803 714 5231. 0803 714 5231. Okay? So have this book, very, very important. 3,000 idioms and phrases. It's good, and it's something that every teacher, every student need to have in their library. So you're looking for one book to add to your library. I think you need to add this one. Okay? So before we go, because we're gradually coming to the end of the show, I would love for you to do something for me. Remember, you need to subscribe to the channel, Freedom Square TV. Okay? Subscribe to our channel, Freedom Square TV. If you've not subscribed before, please do subscribe, Freedom Square TV. So my assignment for today is, can you share one idiom or phrase that you love? Okay? And not only sharing it with us, share. Okay, so I need you to share one idiom or phrase that you love, along with its meaning and how you would use it in a sentence. Because I would love to hear your creative examples. I know a lot of us would want to do that, okay? I would love to hear your creative examples. You can drop it in the comment section and I'll go through it. The winner will get something. Yes. So that's our spotlight today. And we looked at 3,000 idioms and phrases by Sam Phillips. And do remember that words are powerful, but idioms and phrases give them meaning. Remember also that good communication starts with correct usage. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, keep expressing yourself clearly, and keep speaking with flair. I want to say thanks to the production team of Reading Room right here on Freedom Square TV. My name is Lilian EzinwaReading. Do have a nice day.